Hey there, families and students. Welcome back. It's Friday. We finally made it, and you know what Friday means. It's time for the Friday song. Friday. It's my favorite day. Oh my. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. All right. I hope you're wearing your Mayfield shirt. We got our red and black going on, so we'll try to keep that going uh, every Friday. Let's jump right into the lesson today. It's NTI day 25. And so I hope you've got your packet there. We'll just step through each page and do a little practice along the way. So let me bring that up. We'll start out with cursive as always. We've got our capital D here. Can be a little challenging, so just make that as smooth as you can. A lot of lowercase letters. We work quite a bit on those. We've got some long strokes. We've got several short strokes, so just kind of keep those connected. Do the best you can on that. We've got 5 practice lines to trace, and then we've got an empty line down here to do your own. Grab another sheet and keep up the practice work on the regular paper as well. Moving on to grammar. Today we're moving into quotation marks, and that's going to be dialogue when characters are talking in a story. That's what quotation marks are used for. So let's read the directions, then we'll do an example here. Rewrite each sentence, add quotation marks at the beginning and end of the speaker's exact words. So you're going to take this sentence and you're going to rewrite it here, and you're going to insert, you're going to put in the quotation marks where they go. Now, let's remember quotation marks are when someone talks. You might think about it like this. You've got some two little marks at the beginning and 2 little marks at the end of where the characters start and stop talking. So I'm going to bring up the whiteboard and we're going to look at that. So grab your paper. You might want to grab a pencil as well if you just want to do along with us or with me here. Let me bring up the whiteboard, and we've got an example here of number 1. So number 1 says, let's go buy a gift for mom, said dad. So the main question you got to ask is, what are they saying? What is someone actually saying? So it says, said dad. So dad's talking. What did dad actually say? He started talking here at let's go buy a gift for mom. And that's where he stopped talking. He didn't actually say, said dad. So quotation marks would come here because he started talking there. And where did he stop talking? After mom. So we want to include mom and the comma, and that's where our quotation marks go. Let's go buy a gift for mom, said dad. So that's the first one there. So you just kind of want to, put those quotation marks in there as you write that sentence. Keep it as neat as you can. Use capitals and periods and punctuation marks, spaces between. Make it look good, something you would be proud of, okay? All right, let's jump back into the lesson here. After grammar, we've got math. We just got 1 page of math today, but it's different than what we've been doing before. We're working with a table here. Sometimes it's called a chart. We're going to call it a table. We've got information here. We've got animals. We've got their weight, and then we've got their speed. It's always good to look at the title of the columns here. Here are the animals. Here are their weights in pounds. LB stands for pounds, how much they weigh. And then the speed, how fast they run in miles per hour. So notice there's some missing numbers here, and we're going to be filling that in down below. So just take a good look at the table, and then we're going to answer some questions that go along with it. So I'm going to bring the whiteboard up again. You look over that number 1 as I bring this up, and we're going to be filling in those blanks by figuring out what the clues down below tell us. All right, so let's take a look at that. So the first one here, let me get the whiteboard going. The first one talks about cheetah, and cheetah is 16 pounds. Get this going. Cheetah is 16 pounds lighter than the leopard. Cheetah is 16 pounds lighter than the leopard. Lighter, all right? Lighter, less. So you want to see how much the cheetah is. So let's go back and look at that. Cheetah was, let's see here. Cheetah is 16 pounds lighter than leopard. So we see leopard is 148, and we don't know what cheetah is, but we know it's going to be 16 less. Okay? So we know that's going to be 16 less than the leopard. And if the leopard is 148, what operation is that going to be? Well, I think you probably know if you need a number that is smaller, then we're going to need to subtract. So we're going to take that 148. We're going to take that 148 and we're going to subtract the 16. So 148 minus 16, 8 minus 6 is 2, 4 minus 1 is 3, and that gives us 132 pounds. So cheetah is 16 pounds lighter than the leopard, so the cheetah is 132 pounds. So you need to go ahead and fill that in. You need to fill that in on the sheet, and that'll have that one going for the cheetah. And so you go ahead and look, the second dot here, the bulleted list, the tiger can run 8 miles per hour faster than a lynx. Here's a lynx. How fast does it run? Make sure to come over here. Remember, this is the weight. We're talking about the speed. The speed is 29 of the lynx, and tiger is 8 miles per hour faster. So we need 8 more than that. We need 8 more than that for the tiger. So that we're trying to fill this in, and it's 8 more than 29. We're going to fill that in here. The tiger, again, we don't have the weight for the tiger. The tiger is 81 pounds heavier than lion. So here's lion, and we need 81 heavier, 81 more than that. So you would add that to 419 and 81, and that's going to give you here. So by the time you get these 3 bulleted list items done, you're going to have this one, and this one all filled in. So be careful with that. Number 2, you're going to take the weight, not the speed. You're going to take the weight, and you're going to put them in order of least to greatest, littlest to heaviest, lowest to highest. So you're going to put them in order from least to greatest. So let's go ahead and get you started. Let's go ahead and get you started on that. The lynx, well, the lynx is only a 2-digit number here. So that's 57. So that's going to be the lightest. And then what you do is you look at all of these choices here. What comes next? Lightest. What's the next one? A little bit heavier, a little bit heavier, a little bit heavier, and then the very heaviest one here. Okay, going from least to greatest, going from lightest to heaviest each time. All right, so we've got number 3, how much heavier is cougar than lynx? So you're going to compare the cougar and the lynx, the 161 and the 57. When you're comparing things, how much heavier or lighter or faster or slower? That's subtract. So how much heavier is cougar than lynx? You're going to take the cougar and you're going to take the lynx and you're going to subtract. Make sure to put 161 on top. The largest number always goes on top in subtraction. So you've got another comparing one here. You want to subtract those two. And then we move on down to 5, 6, and 7. They're very similar. They're kind of alike. So tiger, which is just a made-up character here, the tiger says, the cheetah is more than twice as fast as the leopard. The cheetah is more than twice as fast as the leopard. Well, is he right? Is that true? So we got to look at cheetah and see if it's twice as fast as leopard. Well, we know cheetah goes 75 miles an hour. 75 miles an hour. The leopard goes 36 miles an hour. So what it's asking is 75 More than double 36. Is 75 twice? That means 2 times as fast as leopard. So if cheetah is 75 and the leopard is 36, could we double that and see if it's more? Well, let's jump over to our whiteboard real quick because we're trying to compare here. We want to see if two of the leopard speeds is more than one of the cheetah speed. So let's jump into our whiteboard. You bring that up. All right, so here's our question again. Cheetah is more than twice as fast as leopard. Is that true? Okay, so we need to take two of these because of the word twice here. So 36 and 36, and we need 2 of them. 6 and 6 is 12, we'll regroup. 3 and 3 is 6, and 1 more is 72. So twice of the leopard speed is 72. Is that more? Is that more than 75? Well, no, it's not. It's less. So the answer is going to be no. So that's what we need to put in there. So that would be no on that one. And you have to give a reason. You need to go ahead and prove it with an equation and show that you know why you're putting yes or no in these bottom 3 questions here. So let's bring that up once again. Double check. We've got 3 down here where we're comparing if something is heavier or faster or lighter than something else. So you're going to be comparing for those bottom ones. So be careful on those. Moving on to reading, we've got a story here, a fiction story, Friends Helping Friends. We've got some characters and they're kind of treating each other in different ways. So go through lots of dialogue, kind of goes along with our quotation marks from our grammar, and read those 2 pages. And then we've got a few questions to go along with that. Number 1, what did Jared want to do to help Carlos? So go find that part where it talks about Jared and Carlos specifically. And what did Jared want to do? So write out a complete sentence there. Start with a capital, end with a period. 2, kind of the same. What did Jared want to do to help Cheyenne? So again, go to the part where it talks about Jared and Cheyenne and give a good complete sentence about that one. A few more questions there. Again, refer back to the story as much as you need to. Underline, circle areas, whatever it takes. And on the last one, you got a short answer here. Are Carlos and Cheyenne being good friends to Jared? Tell why or why not. When this explanation here helps you know that this is like a short answer. So don't forget RAP, restate, answer, improve. You want to restate this question into the beginning of your answer and then answer it. Yes, they are, or no, they're not. And then you need a reason and you need some evidence from the story, some examples from the story of why they are or are not being good friends. So make sure that makes really good sense there. Then we're going to finish up with social studies today, lesson 35, voting, a right and a responsibility. Talks about voting here. So go ahead and read those couple of paragraphs, paying attention to the underlined or any kind of bold words. Got a few questions on that. And then we've got a few extra questions down here that kind of refer back to some other lessons. So you may want to flip back. This one actually, number 7, says, which symbol is used to show that a location is to the left of the prime meridian? And that gives you some help on lesson 29. So we're all the way up to lesson 35 here. So you can go back to 29 and that'll help you out a little bit. On this last one, the word meeting, a town meeting, is a good clue word there to help you know what type of right are they using. There's a whole bunch of citizens coming together in a meeting. So which one of these kind of goes along with that? All right, so that's our lesson for Friday, NTI Day 25. Again, I hope you have taken a little time to work and play and rest and keep yourself on track. Try not to get behind. And I hope you have a great Friday. And as always, make it a great day, Cardinals.